We're doing a tier list on arcade machines. I've gone through the painstaking effort of compiling a beautiful, zesty list of arcade cabinets. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, we're missing some stuff. We're gonna go through the ratings really quick that we got. We've got Tokenless, bad game, bad cabinet. Then we got Borrowed Token. Next up, Feeling Quirky. Next up is Gots 2. Then we got the Hype Makers. S tier, all right, is the Why I'm Here's. I pulled up to this Chuck E. Cheese. I pulled up to the Rats slave dungeon to play these games, all right? I give him my money to get some fake money, or I beat up the kid next to me and take his fake money, his Monopoly coins, to roll up and play these. The Simpsons arcade machine. People will tell you, old heads, right? Boomers sitting out here, and they'll go, The Simpsons, a classic game, a beat 'em up style game that was ahead of its time. One, I'm gonna set a precedent right now. I don't think beat 'em up games are that good. The Simpsons, Borrowed Token. This is the football game where it's 3 holes and you have to throw the football. You see me, I'm there. I'm at the machine. I go, you know, and I'm giving it my all. All right. But here's the deal. The football game is a feeling quirky for me. I'm not going to the arcade to play sports. Ew, stinky. No. Multi-jug toss, which if you add, it's a carnival game basically equivalent, but rebranded. Tokenless. It wants to be skee ball, all right? But it's bad. It's not good. Chat. This next one is different. This is Spacey Racers. It goes hard. It also was Rockin' Moon Rally. I know. It's crazy. You're sitting there, you're thinking, I don't even remember this. But then let me show you. These dudes, these are our Rockin' Rally Racers. This guy is selling drugs on the side of the road. What Betty Boop wishes she could be. This guy is literally what I dream about whenever people talk about Carrot Top. And this guy, I'm pretty sure, would literally stab me inside of a 7-Eleven. But you know what? Oh, okay. It's a little ball and you like spin it. Roll faster on their little tricycle. So they're sitting there and they're like, back to Hype Maker. A non-branded claw machine. Now everybody's got their experience with these claw machines. And if you're a goat like me, you get a prize without having to spend your tickets. I think a claw machine is a feeling quirky. It's a claw machine, but in it is dinosaurs. And the claw is a T-Rex's head. This thing was always full. Ain't nobody playing it. Tokenless. There's no challenge, no zest, no gabagoo. Are those machines? This is the Jurassic Park one, but there's a Walking Dead one. There's another one but you go in and it's got like a curtain and then you sit down, you like have the screen in front of you and then there's like mounted triggered guns basically just like point around the screen, you know, and you shoot at the things and you usually your dog sitting next to you, you saddle in, right, and then you go and you pop in your 4 tokens per, my god, 4. You always like would see these and you're with your dog and you're like, oh, this is, yeah dude, we gotta run the Walking Dead sit down theater experience. We gotta run Jurassic Park Escape from Jurassic Park. It's a Gots 2. Connect 4, the big one.
The big one!
Okay, it's Connect 4. I play this game at home. I play this game for the homies on the football team, our pre-NFL days. Me. Connect 4, Borrowed Token. Next we've got Pac-Man. All right, I didn't put Mrs. Pac-Man, but Mrs. Pac-Man is superior. All right, anybody who tells you otherwise, they're wrong. Ain't nobody know. Mrs. Pac-Man brings the heat. All right, she's chefing it up. She's, you know, she's got the Skittle grilling, and Pac-Man's over there with his beer. Got off a long day of work, but all he did was run and eat Ghost, and he no car. No bitches. And Mrs. Pac-Man over there pulling hose. She got tokens out the wazoo. When we classify this, we got to do a bundled pair. All right, it has to be Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man together, which immediately brings it up higher. If they got Pac-Man, I'm rolling up to the function, I'm playing it. Pac-Man invited. The Spiderweb game. This one looks like shit, oh my god. Child's DDR. We go feeling quirky on Spider Stomp. Mortal Kombat. This is all encompassing. We got 1, 2, and 3 in this one machine. There's been a debate, a dispute that's been going on for generations. Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter. Now let me present you an idea. You roll up to the Chuck E. Cheese, to your local pizza joint, and they have Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat sitting right next to each other. Which one are you gonna play? No shot, you're not playing Mortal Kombat. Are you gonna play the game where everybody only knows Chun-Li, and that's because her thighs literally look like they would crush any human put between them? Ain't nobody know anything else? And then we've got Mortal Kombat? Ooh, you're telling me we've got Sub-Zero? Scorpion? Raiden? Oh my god? Get over here. Mortal Kombat is why I'm here. Next we got pinball. Pinballs are quirky, all right? I'm not even gonna. Welcome to Chuck E. Cheese, where we teach kids how to gamble and throw their money away. I know we're in America, but I don't need that. I don't need me to be addicted to gambling. That's what I got CSGO for. This is why I can't put down poker. Tokenless. DDR. Dance Revolution. Ooh. Just listen to that. Dance Revolution? Oh, the French Revolution? Ew, stinky. Borrowed token. Alpine Racer. You grab one of these bars, you put your little tokens in right here, and then you put your little feetsies here, and then these would swerve left and right, so you'd go. That kind of goes hard. Feeling quirky. Arctic Thunder. Chat. Thank you for your service. And if somebody bought me one of these machines, I'd have to marry them. And they'd blow cold air out of the machine onto you on your snowmobile. You sit there and you go, you feel the cold wind in your face, the hair through your hair. You're like, like you're a supermodel. But the red button then, it was like you're pressing the gas, right? And then you go. You'd kick them. It's why I'm here. This is Beer Pong, the arcade game. And I think these are fucking weird. This introduces beer pong to children. Tokenless. All right, next is Big Game Hunter. Say tokenless. Next is Burger Time. Burger. I think you should chase like hot dogs and stuff too. Throw pepper. Yeah, I gots to play a Burger Time. These like clowns that you throw the balls at. Honestly, tokenless. Speaking of losing, these Cyclone machines are dirty. Everybody knows them. Everybody's seen these domed devils. These are roulette machines without the but with skill. It's a gots to. I see it. I'm gonna play it once, at least. And once always turns into 3 times. And 3 times could turn into a couple more because that's how gambling works. This is the gateway drug. The gateway gamble. Next up, we have, I think this is King Kong.
What did he say?
Donkey Kongus. But this was pure high scores. I don't love Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is a gots to. Everybody's about to lose their mind. Let's talk about deal or no deal. It's surprising that this game, you didn't have people mess with you, man. No random kid would run up to you and hit deal for you or no deal for you. I think nowadays people might mess it up. People have that main character syndrome where they might mess up their arcade machines now. Back in the day, that was grounds for the police to come in. Deal or no deal was a crazy smart arcade game. The person who's got the strat, right? They'll put their finger on the screen and be like, there's no one who ever runs deal. You run it down mid and you hit no deal every step of the way. It's worth the risk. This is gambling again. Shit. They got me. And you know what? That's fine, because it's going to go on Hype Maker. Every time this is on the floor, we're all getting hyped. The boys are losing their mind. and the girls. Dang, they really got me with the gambling, huh? Dig Dug. The alarm bells are going off. Wee, wee, wee. Nerd alert. Fake boomer. It's a borrowed token. Who plays the balloon game? It's tokenless. Now, Galaga, here's the deal. You've got the holy trinity of arcade games is Space Invaders, Galaga, and Miss Pac-Man. That's the three. That's the Illuminati of arcade cabinets. What is that? Oh, it's not Donkey Kong in the middle. But what is that? Oh, it's not a square. It's a fucking triangle with the eyeball in the middle. Definitely a Gotsta. Oh my god, it's Fireball. Oh, masterpiece. Hype maker. Next is Frogger. If there was an inverted Illuminati of arcade cabinets, it'd be like Donkey Kong, Frogger, and The Simpsons. I think Frogger goes above the Spider Stomp. Speed of Light is a wild game. And then the homie goes, Speed of Light? I've got to run that. He steps up and he's standing there and he hits the button and he goes, he's going Ultra Instinct. You know, you see his hair turn white and then you see the aura start to bowl around him and because he's just he's looking straight ahead. I was a straight ahead guy. You have the people that like they'd move their head. My eyes just flicked. I had the eyes and they would go like different directions and shit. I play that game because I gots to play that game, but it's not a gots to in the bad way. Next we have, oof, this is a rough one, chat. Golden Tee. Nobody plays these. Tokenless, man. Everybody loved Guitar Hero. Everybody remember Guitar Hero. Everybody remember Through the Fire and Flames and The Devil Went Down in Georgia from Guitar Hero 3. I was on a date when I was in high school, and it wasn't meant to be a date, but I've realized, and I've been told many times by other people, it was definitely a date. Oh no. And she's cooking, and I'm whiffing hard. That was probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I will never recover. And I haven't touched Guitar Hero since. Anyway, Guitar Hero, though, borrowed token for me. These got super popular, and it's got so many dials. This is what originally the Subway Surfers on bottom and then the actual video on top. These are crazy. I have to drop 3 Adderall and a Xanax to be able to fucking tell what's happening in here and not freak out about it. I don't know how to read this shit. Where does it start? Where does it end? How do I know when I won? These games are for when I'm feeling quirky. Here's the deal with Hydro Thunder. No gas pedals because we got a lever, a pull throttle boost. Very cool. Hydro Thunder is bad. I kind of want to play it. It goes in Gots too. Basketball. The basketball machine. FX Hoops. Took sports. Ew. No. Basketball? They're on the setup. They're like, yeah, let's go, dog. They like actually dribble the basketball before they shoot. Like, they're crazy. Borrowed token, man. Generic racing game. Borrowed token. SpongeBob SquarePants. I got the jump rope game. So I used to run this game all the time. I had heaters on this game, but I also felt like I looked like a bozo playing it because I did. Jumping rope is not something you can really look cool doing unless you're like a boxer. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I got to play it. Air hockey is difficult. 4-way air hockey, dog shit. Poo-poo pee-pee, bad. But 2-way air hockey, mish air hockey, it pops off. It's a feeling quirky game. You know, I could go for some air hockey. We've got Street Fighter. I sleep. It's a borrowed token. The Google searches, the hoops I had to jump through to find Raptor Captor was crazy. This game is different. People love this game, apparently. These were all buns ticket prices at the floor. Ew, if you're a loser like me, because I was really bad at this game. Raptor Captor, very pog, very cool. It's a hype maker. The bougie games that you would play. And sometimes they're not games. Sometimes they're the motion theaters. I'm writing this once, and only once because it's expensive. This is why I'm here. The side-scrolling X-Men game, though, I do remember, and I didn't like it. Feeling quirky. Now, there's a couple versions of Skee-Ball that kind of skew things. Now, if you're playing the buckets for the basketball version of Skee-Ball, that's kind of tight. That's kind of based. All right, I'll give you that. Skee ball is like I'm in a 90s TV show and I'm on a date with a girl for the first time. I think it's a borrowed token, unless it's the basketball one, in which case we're playing skee ball. Yeah, it is. Look. It's literally skee ball. It's just got basketballs instead. See? I think Space Invaders is in a high feeling quirky. Smoking extreme token. I'm dog shit at this.
Really?
I
get the jackpot every single hit.
My timing for this is awful. I'm so small brain. I've gotta play it. Next is the extra large versions of Space Invader, Pac-Man. This one, here's my deal. It's the normal game, but it's kind of pog because you can play it with 2 people. It's a hype maker. You see me on the stacker setup, you see me on the setup, and I'm cooking, all right? You best not run up on me while I am cooking on the stacker setup. And I mean it, okay? Stackers is amazing. I'm going to give Stacker a hype maker. The Terminator game, this is crazy. You see that and nobody's on the setup and you're gonna pass by it and not play it. Why I'm here. House of the Dead is the OG. It is like one of the OG versions of Terminator. But I think that I'm only playing it if I get a borrowed token, man. I'd rather go play the next runner-up, Time Crisis. Time Crisis got the peak pedal. You press on the pedal and it goes. I do think Time Crisis is a gods too. I don't know a single person who ever has rolled up and seen an actual Tron machine. The last person who's seen a Tron machine is walking around with a cane and like lost an eye in the war. I think Tron as a concept, fire. I think it's a fun game. I think that it's cool. And I think that Tron honestly can get pretty hype whenever it's homie versus homie. Big Bass, Big Lever Boy. Everyone got these. They said, Wheel of Fortune, get out of here. We've got Big Bass. Look how clever this design is. Pull this big lever like you're on an old train track and you're trying to outrun the cops. It is why I pull up to the function. I'm in the arcade specifically to play Big Bass. This is it. This is our tier list for our arcade games. I think this is gas. The crazy nowadays.